Hello YouTube, I am back with another matchup, this time using my Garchomp Altaria deck, because that's honestly the deck I'm most familiar with and most comfortable with. I will do a bit more of my Hydreigon and Darkrai decks, but later on. So here I have a match against Professor Steel, and he's not using Steel types, he's using Psychic types, so name was a bit of a throw off for me. I do get a Gibble on my first draw, but that's really the only thing I get because I don't have any other Gibbles or Swablues. Though I do have a Gabite that I could use next turn. And I see that he's setting up two Gothitas, so he's running a Gothitelle deck, and then he has a Giratina EX, which isn't that great and actually turns out to be fodder later on because I abuse it. So he basically sets up on his Gothita. No idea what he wants to do with it. He doesn't even use the attack Future Sight. And I decide to evolve my Gibble, get my Gabite out to call in another Gibble. I believe, yes I do. I do get another Gibble out because I don't want my bench to be empty. And I've put the Fighting Energy on the Gibble. So there's nothing else I can do this turn, so I have to end my turn because I can't attack. I don't have any Blend Energies. And I believe he evolves his Gothita into the second evolution, which I do not remember the name of. I don't know why this branch confuses me. Gothorita, there we go. Okay. So he's going to use his catcher, bring up my Gibble, and he's actually going to be able to KO my Gibble. And he uses an N, which throws me off because now I can't get my Garchomp out. But I do get the Swablues, which is going to be handy later on, especially for taking out that Giratina. So I actually do wake up, so it didn't really affect me. I put down both my Swablues out, and I believe I used Sharon to try to get a few more cards. I get 3 Junipers side by side. That's not great. I used the Level Ball to get another Swablu out. I should have gotten the Gabite, so I could have gotten Garchomp out, but it actually does help later on that I got my first Swablu, but in hindsight, well, either option would have been good. So I use my Gabite, get another Gabite, use the second Gabite, get out the Garchomp, then evolve the first Gabite into the Garchomp. And then I am forced to end my turn. He can't really do anything yet, and I can't do anything yet. So he is gonna evolve his Gothorita into his Gothitelle because he still uses PC Calm, which he should know better by now that that thing is moved out, but whatever. And I could have retreated with my Gabite, send out Garchomp, and do 60 damage to his Gothorita, but I didn't want to risk damages on my Garchomp, so Gabite will have to be sacrificed, and I do get my Garchomp out. And then with my Altarias, I am able to increase the damage of my Mach Cut. And I believe I also use Bianca because I'm just like, whatever, I need a card. And I actually pull out a second Altaria. That was really lucky. So now Mach Cut will do 100 damage, as well as take away one of his Blend Energies, lowering the damage he'll do to me. Because he needs 3 Psychic Energies to do 90 damage. Yeah, it's 20 damage times each Psychic Energy. Or, yeah. Or 30 damage times each Psychic Energy. I don't remember. But he does get a Psychic Energy anyways, and he still does 90 damage. But it could have been 120, I believe. So I am left with nothing to do because I want to use that Super Rod, get back one of my Gibble Chains, and I don't want to waste it because I don't know where my other Super Rod is. I didn't see it when I was going through my deck, so it's in my prize cards. So I can't do anything but attack, but I do get rid of his Gothitelle at this turn. But this does put me in a disadvantage because I know he probably has a DCE for his Mewtwo EX. And I believe he actually does play the DCE now. So I am left with nothing but fodder. Again, that Swablu is what will help me because I can use it as fodder instead of the Gabite, which would have probably died. And he is just taking a long time deciding what to do. He has the DCE because he will put it down. I just don't know what else he's thinking of at the moment. So I'm stuck with 3 Junipers, so I'm gonna lose 2 of my Junipers. There's nothing I can do to avoid that, but I can use my Super Rod. And he is taking a really long time. I really should have edited this out.
I don't know why I didn't. I forgot how long he took. This match was about a week ago, I think. I don't really remember it too much. So he does take up my Garchomp with 60 damage. And I will have to sacrifice one of my Swablues out. So I do use the Super Rod to get back my Gible, Gabite, and Garchomp chain. And then I proceed to use Juniper, hope for the best. I needed something, anything. And I do get my Emolga. So once this Swablu dies, I can send up the Emolga, try to get my Gibles out and another Swablu. And he is gonna KO my Swablu. Again, he's taking a really long time. I don't know why. He has me in a corner at this point. And the rest of the turns I just get really lucky draws, which makes the match really close near the end. Like really close. And yeah, he's taking a long time. I don't know why he's taking such a long time. I really should have edited this. But again, it was a week ago. And I'm too busy with school to actually remember anything about this match. He puts up a Petal. That doesn't really do anything at all. That thing was just there. And he takes up my Swablu out. He puts a second DCA on his other Mewtwo EX, so he has two Mewtwo EXs ready to go. And that would be threatening, but I do run a Garchomp deck, so it would only do maximum 60 damage unless he wants to put more DCE. So I get my catcher, and I decide to fodder off his Giratina, try to buy some time. And then I also use an N, hope to get anything good. He only has 3 prize cards left anyway, so that will also reduce his hand. Sadly, I do not get anything out of that N, but I can still use my Emolga, get my Gible and Swablu out. Or no, I get 2 Gibles out. Next turn I get a Swablu out, because I still don't draw anything good. I did not want to use the Juniper this round, because I had the preferred Altaria out, and I know I still have one more Swablu, and I really need as many damage boosters as I can get to take out the Mewtwo. So I put the Blend Energy on the Gible, and I use Bianca, try to get 2 more cards, hope for the best. Don't get anything, but I do get the Garchomp. So I'm gonna get my last Swablu out, evolve that next turn. I think he gets another N, I believe. His Giratina is basically useless. It can't do anything. He tries his best to put energies on it, but I just destroy it. So I am waiting for him to end his turn because he can't do anything at the moment. It's taking a really long time now. Come on, guy. Make your move. Yeah, he's taking a really long time. So, I believe he does use... No, he doesn't use N. Nope, I was wrong. So I do put down my third Altaria, and then since I have nothing actually good to use, I do put the Blend Energy first. Then I use the Juniper. I figured I'm not going to get a third Garchomp out anyways. And I check my discard pile, I don't even see a Garchomp in it anymore, so that means I have 4 Garchomps and Gible and Gabite already in the discard pile, so I just use the Juniper. And then I do get my Gabite out, which was good. So by putting onto that Gabite, I can call in my second Gabite, so I'll have a 2-way Gabite streak going. And then with the second Gabite, I can get out a Garchomp, so next turn I can start attacking. And then the rest of my cards in my hands are pretty much useless because I don't use them anymore. So he's going to try to put another energy on his Giratina. He's going to try to attack with it. Giratina EX is honestly a bad card. You should not run it because it's going to end up as fodder most of the time. But his Mewtwo EXs are threatening at the moment. He just can't do anything about it. He doesn't seem to have any switches. And he needs 3 energies to switch with Giratina, or 4, I don't remember. So I do get my Garchomp out. I use the second Gabite, get out another Garchomp, so I have 2 Garchomps ready to go. And I then retreat a Emolga after I get my third Garchomp. I don't remember anymore. But yeah, retreat my Emolga out into my Garchomp. Garchomp is going to do double damage to Giratina because it is Dragon type. And with my free Altarias out, I do 240 damage, which instantly takes it out, and I get 2 easy prize cards. And yeah, so I picked the top 2. I get, I think, another Sharon, and then Gibble. Probably a Gibble. No, Super Rod. So there's my second Super Rod. I do use the Super Rod to get back one of my Swablu, so hopefully I can get 4 Altarias out. I would just have to get rid of the Emolga. He sends out his Mewtwo. Again, he can only do 60 damage, because I only need 1 energy. So yeah, I'm good. I have 140 HP. He'll have to hit me 3 times unless he puts another energy on his Mewtwo. But I do have Mach Cut, so he will lose that DCE when I attack. There was no point for me to use Sharon, so I just held my hand. And yeah, so his Mewtwo EX is pretty much done for unless he pulls out another DCE, which he does, but he's smart enough not to put it on the Mewtwo that's out. He puts it on the second Mewtwo. That way he'll do way more damage instead of just doing 60. I believe if he had 4 DCEs, he'll do, no, 2 DCEs, he'll do 100 damage, including my fighting energy, well, my blend energy. So I did put the blend energy that was in my hand onto my second Garchomp. Don't want his Mewtwo being any stronger. And yeah, he can't do anything, so I proceed to kill his Mewtwo EX, get 2 more prize cards, and then save the switch and try to get one of the Goffitas or the Petals out for an easy kill, because I know I can't kill his Mewtwo EX in 1 hit. But he actually manages to pull out an N here, so I'm down to 1 card, but again, that doesn't really matter. I do have my second Garchomp, so I can take out one of his DCEs next round. And I get fighting energy, can't do anything with that, so I use Mach Cut, get rid of one of his DCEs. And then he's stuck doing 60 damage. Oh, he only had a psychic energy. I thought it was 2 DCs. Never mind, so he tries to stall out by putting Giant Cape. That's not going to do anything, because even a Mach Cut would kill it at this point. He puts down a 3rd Mewtwo EX, which again is useless, so he takes it back. Then he puts away his Mewtwo EX and gets his Roselia. For some odd reason, he really ran out of cards. He doesn't know what to do. It's pretty much done. So next turn, I'm gonna proceed using Dragon Blade and win the match. So yeah.
So Oblivion episode probably this Thursday, hopefully. And yeah, if you liked the video, rate, comment, subscribe. Later, guys.